Yo, it's overtflow. What's going on, you guys? How are you guys doing today? First things first, about the gameplay. It's gonna be dope, alright? It's not about the gameplay though. This is called story time, my brothers. You guys are gonna enjoy this one. You guys have been asking about this for quite a while, and it's gonna be the story of the first time I touched some boobies, okay? And smacked that booty. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this with you guys. It's kind of personal information, but you guys want it, and if you guys, here's the deal. If I'm gonna share this type of information with you guys gotta support the channel. You gotta support these types of videos, man, because I'm not gonna go be divulging my personal information without you guys really enjoying it. So let's get this video up to at least 150, 200 likes, and as soon as it hits 175 likes, I will upload another story time, because honestly, you guys, I gotta get some feedback from you if I'm gonna be doing these type of personal stories. I don't like to kiss and tell, but I'll tell it all if you guys enjoy it, alright? So let's go ahead and take it back. First off, I want to thank you guys on the storytime videos. You guys have been showing a lot of love on them. One of my storytime videos got like 5,000 views and like 400 likes on it, which was crazy. So if these storytime videos keep going well, you can get more stories out of me. All right, let's get right into it. What's up, flows? Don't you know? I love all of you. Did you leave that like yet? Leave a like real quick. Leave it. Go ahead. Yeah, you know, dude. Come on. Yeah. Okay. Leave it. Okay. Good. It's gonna be a good story. All right. Let's go. So, once upon a time, back in the days, accurate days, I was a cool dude. I'm getting back to my waist. I was about 14 years old, 13 years old, whatever, 13? I was just going into my freshman year of high school, okay? And now, there's some people that, you know, dude, I've known people that had sex when they were like 12 years old. Cough, my cousin. Jeez, man, I don't know what's wrong with people, man. I didn't even freaking kiss a girl till I was a freshman, you know what I'm saying? So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys, my freshman year of high school, I was kind of I feel like I didn't come into my own until about 8th grade. Freshman year, I started to really develop, I started to feel like I was a cool guy. Like, I started to really understand what I had to offer, and I understood that I was cool. So, I feel like before that, you're very iffy, and then, like, as soon as I got to freshman year, I started to feel a little bit more confident. My junior year was when I really realized that I was a freaking really cool person to be around, and so that's a different story for later. But basically, freshman year, I hung out with a lot of Mexican girls. I have a thing for Mexican girls. If you didn't know, I'm part Mexican myself. I'm Mexican-Italian mostly, and I gotta say that I dig me a little Mexican girl. I'm not gonna lie. So once upon a time, and these Mexican girls dig me too, because I'm light-skinned, I got beautiful green eyes, and I still am a super gangster, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, here's what happened. Ready? I got invited to a Halloween party. Little Mexican girl Halloween party. And quite a few girls were going. One girl was a little Australian girl. There was this little Mexican girl who was going with some, like, big boobies. There was another Mexican girl who was actually very skinny, but she also had big boobies, but she was kind of dating this dude. I'm not going to divulge any names here. Andrew, blah, blah, blah. But seriously, though. I got invited to this party, and of course their parents were chaperoning the party, or chaperoning as in, like, they were upstairs and stuff, and we were downstairs, and, like, we weren't drinking or anything. It was just a costume party. I dressed up as a freaking Mexican mafia gangster guy, which I thought was pretty hilarious. I'm glad I didn't get stabbed. And we all decided, because at her house there was probably like 15 of us, and we all decided that, you know, I ended up being one of the only guys there. You know, it was just like kind of a lot of girls. Some dudes came, but then they ended up leaving. And so I ended up being like the only dude. Like, I think there was maybe 2 other dudes there, but I was like the only kind of dude that the girls would find, I guess, suitable to maybe kiss or whatever that night. And so we ended up going to a haunted house because we didn't want to be in their house with the parents and all that stuff. So we got out of the house, and, you know, it was like 11 at night, and we walked, you know, a few streets over to this haunted house. And when we went into the haunted house, well, when we were walking there, actually, this girl, this little Australian girl, kind of dark skinned, and she was shaped very nice. We were freshmen, so I feel like when you're a freshman, you're like, dang, that girl's got body. And then you grow up, like, you turn like 17, and you're like, god dang, she looks like a child. But either way, when we were freshmen, this girl had a nice body. She was curvaceous. She had little boobies going on. She had a nice, you know, little apple bottom booty happening, and she happened to be wearing a little skirt, which was cool. And I was walking with her, and the group was walking kind of ahead of us, and she was like, we were just talking and stuff, and she was like wearing a really tiny skirt, and I think I had said something about it, And I was like, yo, I like your costume type of thing. And she's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, but you can see my thong through this because it's a white skirt or whatever. I was like, nah, I promise you that I cannot see it. I swear, so don't lie to me like that. Make me super excited if it's not going to happen, you know? And then I had to shut my door. Who's out there? I don't know. But then... So anyways, she said that you could see her thong through her skirt or whatever. I was like, because it was white, and I was like, no, you can't. So don't be telling me that you can see stuff and get me all excited if I'm not gonna see that. And so then she was like, well, do you want to see it? Is it that big of a deal? And I was like, no, it's not that big of a deal, actually. But if you want to show me, then I'm not gonna argue with you. Then what happened was, why didn't I take more advantage of this being a kid? Either way, what happened was, she lifted up her skirt kind of, and just I got to see her whole booty and stuff. She had like a little thong thing on, and she looked pretty good. And I was like, God dang, this is nice. And she said something along the lines of like, feel it, like it's soft or something. I don't know. So I got to grab the booty, which was super cool. She was talking about her thong, but I still grabbed the booty because I'm hilarious. And then we laughed about that. Hee hee ha ha. We got to the haunted house. And we got to the haunted house, and we all paired up to go in. I ended up pairing up with this Mexican girl who was very, very short. She was like the shortest girl in our class, but she had probably like the biggest boobs out of our class. Like probably maybe I'd say top 3 nicest rack out of our little class or whatever. And I got paired up with her, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to go in with you, blah blah. And as we were walking in, because it was me and her, and then like the girl and her boyfriend, then like another pair of, I think 2 girls went, and then another girl and a guy went or whatever. And when we went in, I was like, oh man, don't be scared, I'm so scared, blah blah blah, just messing around with her. And we were like in the dark room in the beginning by ourselves at first, and she like I was standing behind her, and she like was wearing a really low cut top, and she was like, here, and she like put my hands on her boobs, and it was like, you feel better? And I was like, heck yeah, I feel better. What you talking about? Yes, I feel better. And so pretty much that whole haunted house, like how long does it take to get through a haunted house? Like 10 minutes? So that whole 10 minutes, I was like feeling on some major boobies, which were really awesome. And I didn't go fully, like I was outside the shirt, but I got to feel like the top cleavagey part. I didn't get to go inside the shirt or whatever. But so yeah, I pretty much spent that whole haunted house. I don't even know what happened at the haunted house because I was pretty much just grabbing boobies the whole time. And then afterwards, we walked out, and then I don't know, she was just like really like casual about it, which was weird. And so and anyways, we walked back to the house, and I was getting a ride from whoever was picking me up because obviously I didn't drive. I'm a freaking freshman. And so we went back to their house, and on the walk back, like obviously we were talking and flirting and stuff. We were walking back, and then we got to their house, to the girl's house, and the parents were like, okay, it's getting late, you guys got to go home, blah, blah, and then my ride was already on the way, so nothing, like, I didn't hook up with anybody or anything crazy happen. I didn't, like, super major, have crazy sex on top of a roof or anything. That's a different story. That didn't happen, but that was the first time that I got to, grab some boobies and smack that booty, which I thought was an interesting story. So it happened at a haunted house at a little Mexican party with some fine little Australian girl and some fine little Mexican girl with some big boobies. So that is pretty much the story, and that's how it goes. And that's how I lost my boobie touching virginity. Pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? Let me know how you touched a boob for the first time, if you feel like it, or if you haven't. Hey, no big deal. Your time will come. And yeah, you guys want to hear these types of stories? They're not the first types of stories that I would tell you, but I will tell them to you if you guys really enjoy them and want to hear them. So leave that love down below. Let's try to get 200 likes. That would be crazy if we could hit 200. And that is all for the story today, my brothers. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. I love you guys a ton. Subscribe if you're new. Check out all the stuff in the description below. My Instagram, Twitter, and other channel. And I am over and out.